In this video, we will discuss how to deal with matrix in Octave. A matrix is a two-dimensional array. It consists of rows and columns. All rows are separated by semicolon. After each row, we have to use semicolon and we have to keep all the elements within the third bracket. So here we are creating a variable A 3 by 3 matrix. So it consists of 3 rows. Now, if I want to display an element of that particular matrix, so this element lies in third row and second column. So to display this element, we'll write a third row, second column. So row number is 3, column number is 2. Now suppose I want to change this element value. We'll convert from 0 to 10. On that time, we'll write this element exists in third row, third column. So that means we'll pass the argument 3 and 3. So that means this is the third row and third column. So the value we'll assign 10. Now you can see the value has changed. Here we have created a 4 by 6 matrix. To display a particular row, here in this case we want to display only the second row. So in the first argument we'll specify the row number. We want to display second row, so that's why we'll write here 2. We want to display all the columns, so we'll use semicolon, sorry, colon. Here it will display the second row. Now if we want to display a particular column, here we want to display the fourth column. So the column number is 4, but for the row it will display all the rows value. So here in the row section we'll write colon, comma, and we want to display only the fourth row, fourth column. So we'll write 4 here. So it will display the fourth column. To display the subpart of a matrix, so that is the submatrix, we have to specify rows numbers and the column numbers. Here we want to display from second row and third row and column from 3 to 5. That means third column, fourth column and the fifth column. So here from second and third rows we want to display third, fourth, fifth column. So it will display this part only, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7. Suppose if we write A 2 to 4, 4 to 6, that means I want to display from second row to fourth row, fourth column to sixth column. On that time, second row to fourth row, fourth column to sixth column. So that means 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, 7, 8, 9. We can use sum function to calculate the row sum and the column sum. In sum function, the first argument is the matrix name. If we pass the second argument as 2, on the time it will calculate the row sum. So here 21, 27, 33, 39. So this is the sum of the first row, sum of the second row, third row and fourth row. But now if we pass the second argument as 1, on the time it will calculate the column sum. First column sum, second column sum, third column sum. So this way we'll get the row sum and the column sum. This thing can be done just by simple writing sum within bracket the matrix name. By default, sum function calculates the column sum. To find the sum of a particular row or column or the submatrix, we have to pass the same arguments as we have used to display the row or column or the submatrix. Here we are using sum. A first argument is the row number, second argument is the colon. Colon means we want to sum all the column elements. So here it will display the sum of third row. Similarly, to find the column sum, we will specify the column number. In the row section, we will use only colon. So it will find the column sum of second column. Similarly, to find the submatrix sum, if we pass the second 2 as a second argument, on that time it will calculate the row sum. If we don't pass any argument, on the time it will calculate the column sum of this submatrix. To get the transpose matrix, we have to use single quote. Here this is the matrix A. To get the transpose matrix, we are writing B equals to A single quote. So it will display the transpose matrix. To get the lower and upper triangular matrix, we will use trie L, lower triangular matrix, trie U, upper triangular matrix for matrix A. Here this is the matrix A. If we pass the argument matrix name, on the time it will display the lower triangular matrix as well as the upper triangular matrix. By using zeros function, we can create any matrix. All the elements will be 0. Here we are passing a single argument as a 4, so that means it will create 4 by 4 matrix. If we pass the number of rows and number of columns, it will create 3 rows 3 column, so that means 3 by 4 matrix. All the elements are 0. Similarly, by ones, we can create any matrix. All the elements will be 1. We can create any matrix with random values by using rand function and randi function. So here x equals to rand 4 within bracket 4. So rand function will create a 4 by 4 matrix. The matrix values, element values lies between 0 to 1. But in randi, random integer, so here we are specifying the range, means the elements of this matrix lies between 10 to 20. So it will find the normal distribution within this range, and we want to create a 3 by 3 matrix. So that's why it will create a 3 by 3 matrix and all the elements lies between 10 to 20. Here I have created a random matrix with integer values lies between 1 to 10. So here to get the diagonal elements, we will use DIAG function. In DIAG function, pass the matrix name, it will display the diagonal elements of this matrix. To calculate the determinant of a matrix, we will use DET function. I function returns a square identity matrix. Here we are passing 4, that means it will create a 4 by 4 identity matrix. Size function returns the size of a matrix. Suppose we don't know what is the size of a matrix, on the time we'll use size function. So here size function returns 2 values. So that's why you are passing 2 variable. The first variable will store the number of rows, second variable will store the number of columns. So here it will return the number of rows in M, number of columns in M. We can perform arithmetical operations on matrix. Here I have created two matrices A and B. Matrix multiplication can be done just by simply writing C equals to A into B. So it will do matrix multiplication. Similarly, we can perform addition, subtraction. To perform element by element matrix multiplication, we have to use dot asterisk. So dot asterisk, it represents element by element matrix multiplication. Similarly, to multiply 2 with all the elements, we'll just write x equals to a into 2. That means it will multiply 2 with all elements. Here y equals to a dot power of 2. That means again all the elements will be powered by